When I was a teenager, there in the 70s, I was the youngest in a family of 6 kids in a middle-class family in South America. I remember thinking, what would it be that would change so much during my lifetime that my kids would think that I was getting old-fashioned as they were growing older? You see, my dad didn't have electricity at home when he was growing in the countryside. And my mom, she traveled to New York by boat, which took several weeks, as there were no commercial airlines as we know them today. So if I had had electricity and traveled by plane during my lifetime, what would it be that I would sit down with my kids and grandkids someday and say, well, yeah, when I was little, we used to do so and so. And then they will say, oh, mommy, how cute, and start laughing. So, of course, there has been many changes taking place since I was born, in perceptions, in science, in how we perceive society. But I think the single most important change that has happened during my lifetime is the arrival and development of the internet, and how it has influenced the way we do, well, practically everything today. And even when I cannot deny the amazing possibilities this technology has brought to us in terms of connecting with everybody in the world, in terms of possibilities for checking, gathering information, and especially tailor-made solutions for banking and shopping and booking, etc., sometimes there are things that make me wonder if this technology is taking us in the right direction. So let me share with you today the 4 things I like the least about the internet. Number 1, being boxed. And let's take Netflix. And you know how it works, but I will tell you how it works for me. Some days I come from work and I'm tired of people I have met and the situations that have happened. I just want to come home and relax and chill and get all the things I have to do ready and then creep down into my own world, into my own hole with my device and my Netflix. And there I get to watch the show I want to watch. No explanations, no compromising, just the luxury of my own show. The one that Netflix says there are 98% chances I'm going to like it. And that right there is my problem. Because, of course, don't get me wrong. I think I love the convenience, I love the comfort, and the amazing possibilities of going back and watching a scene over and over again. Not to mention when you stop and go and Google the actress you know you have seen somewhere, but you can't remember where. All that is great. But what bothers me is that these machine learning algorithms only offer to me what they think that this lady that is 60, that is from Latin America, that is an immigrant, that is a mother, that is a wife, that is a chocolate expert and doesn't care about cats, wants to see. And that might seem convenient because it's like they show you only the films that fit you. But sometimes I just don't want to be entertained. Sometimes I want to be challenged. And maybe today I would like to see what she wants to see. And maybe tomorrow I would like to see what he wants to see. So, but also because I remember when I was a kid and I was growing up, at home, we had only one TV set. And I mean, we were 6 kids, and my dad, my mom, my grandma. And even when it was frustrating that the boys were the ones choosing because they were majority, all these cowboy shows and science fiction, I now know that it was then that I started to learn how to be patient, how to negotiate, how to win, how to lose, how to accept that somebody else's choice might be better than mine, and how to let go. And not to mention my first lessons in time management, because you see, the shows came only once a week at a specific time. You just have to get your things ready to be there. Number 2, a parallel universe. This is the second thing that makes me a little frustrated with the internet. It's like, again, my own experience. Sometimes my Facebook friends don't even say hello to me when we meet face to face. It's like if the world of social media was like this different dimension where we are so bold, we are showing pictures of what we're going to eat, and we are showing the places we're traveling and our feet in front of the pool. But when we actually meet the people to whom this content was addressed to, then we are like barely hi at the most. So it's like the lady, the lady that shows how to put the scarf in 25 different ways. And maybe the boys have no idea what I'm talking about, but the girls do. And she's there, and there are several of them, and they're showing how to put the scarf around the neck, around the torso. And we're fascinated just watching, can't get enough. But what are the chances? Lift your hand if, like, for example, you come to work, and there is one of your colleagues that comes to work with a fantastic scarf situation there. What are the chances that we go to her and say, wow, what an amazing scarf. Can you show me how you did it? Nah, I didn't think so. Number 3, the insatiability of our online activity. And here I am referring to the huge amounts of images, of recipes, makeup, fashion, animal videos, you name it, at an amazing speed. So consuming, spitting, consuming, spitting. This enormous amount of information, this unending demand, in my view, is making us insatiable. We cannot get enough. And it's making us numb, like insensitive. We don't give the same value anymore to things. And it's like you can be browsing there and you see this amazing work by someone. It might have taken the person 5 years to make, and we're just like, mm-hmm. So, and this is, by the way, like a real nightmare to all small entrepreneurs, especially the ones doing some things with their hands, like artisans, because it takes so much effort and energy to create a new, let's say, a new taste, a new texture, a new product. And even when it's well accepted by the public, and even you might have gotten international recognition with it, the almost immediate answer from the public is, oh, how great, and what's next? So, and I believe also this immense amount of material is like taking away our possibility for awe, for wow. Because we are looking at so many wow things that when the real wow things come, it's like, our plate is full. We don't know how to react. And I think this wow element is one of the things that keep us young. Like when you see an elder person watching a sunset or a flower and they look like a kid, but when you see young people and you show them something amazing and they're like, and they look so old. So, yeah, this is what I think. Number 4, we are what we eat. Okay, now I'm in my Facebook or Instagram. I don't have TikTok, so this already tells you my age. And I'm there, and I'm browsing, and I get some landscape and some chocolate news and some babies. And then suddenly, I see this elder lady, like this babushka in the forests of Azerbaijan, and she's promising to make like this chicken stew from scratch. And then she kills the bird, and she takes the feather, and she cuts the wood to make the fire. And of course, she has her own vegetables and spices and roots. And I think it's amazing. So I just stop, enlarge, and listen, and spend a lot of time, of course. And then when I finally can escape her doings and keep browsing in my flow, of course, you know what I will find. I will find several babushkas waiting for me in their own forest to show me what they're doing. And if I stop at a second one, they will be there tomorrow and the day after. But what what if it is not babushkas making food from scratch, which you're into, but let's say that your life has been getting more and more difficult with maybe unemployment, with scarcity, with inflation, the war, and then you are feeling pretty frustrated and actually looking for someone to blame because it's getting really tough. So you are there with your device and whatever app you used to follow, and you are looking at things until you come to a post that really reflects how you're feeling. And you go to the comments and you, well, this is just how I feel. And then you start making comments of your own, like fiery comments, and you get answers and it's getting pretty hot. Well, I can just imagine how the rest of your flow will look like that day and in the following days. Just the same way as with the babushkas. You will be bombarded with the same kind of information, the same kind of material that made you react so strongly on the first place. And you might even be invited to join groups and to join forums. And then if you do, of course, it will be even more material of the same kind. And when it is your own device, you are not likely to get some alternate views or let alone opposite views. You will just get more of the same. So the more you eat, the more you get, and then you end up living life in your own bubble. So follow me here, if we are what we eat, and what we are fed by these machine learning algorithms is only what we want, or what we think we want, what are our chances of growth, of tolerance, of compromising, of democracy even? Suddenly, polarization doesn't seem so difficult to explain, it seems easy to explain. And I don't know about you, but for me, polarization is one of the most scary things we face nowadays. When people go irrational, fighting for what they think is the absolute and only truth, and they think that gives them permission to destroy property, to insult, to bully. And in a world as complicated as we already have it, when what we need is compassion, understanding, dialogue, well, it seems like polarization is not like the best idea of all. So what is a polarized mind? According to this Dr. Schneider, it is a mind stricken with one absolute point of view, to the utter exclusion, even demonization of all others. In other words, if you don't think exactly like me, then you are like the devil. And let's not be confused here, because polarization is not the same as passion. Passion, on the other hand, it is defined like people who are passionate about what they do tend to be more resilient to overcome different kinds of problems and different ways through problem solving. And now I can tell you, by the way, what passion means to me. Are you ready? Passion is work. It's endless amounts of work. It's just the kind of work that you like so much doing that you don't notice that you're doing it. And passion is relative. It depends on where you are in your life and from which experiences you are coming from, and ultimately what you're made of. So it is your own, it is unique. Nobody can copy your passion. And passion, it is my opinion that passion is actually not for everybody. Some people are not wired for it. And it is okay, because passion is relentless. It won't let you sleep, it won't let you relax, it won't let you forget. It will keep you focused, and that is okay, and that is exhausting at the same time. But passion is never afraid of listening to what others have to say. So, not the same thing. So, this is an invitation to all of you born before 1985. Do share with your family, your kids, your younger peers, the life as we had it before the internet. We are witnesses, and I think it is our duty. Do tell how we had to go out of the house to actually meet people, and how we had to go to the library to gather information, and how we learned everybody's phone numbers. And to you, born after 1985, there might be nice things to learn about the world before the internet. Be kind to us, elder models, and show us how you do it, how you can do it, and we show you how we did it. Of course, your ways will be more efficient and faster, but there might be one or two cool things to learn about the way we did it too. And finally, to all of us, let's not stay isolated with our own devices. Let us use this fantastic technology to come closer to each other and to be more human. Let us say hello to each other. Let's give thanks and let's feel happy when we give an honest compliment. Let's take part in meaningful conversations and respect each other's passion. In this way, I believe that this great technology will be here to take us forward and not to tear us apart. That is what I had to say today. Thank you.